Good day, open hearts, and thank you for being here at the Shell Energy. So, Happy New Year 2022. Like I have mentioned before, this year is the year of the pure heart. And we begin today the Tercena of Kawoq. Kawoq is one of my favorite frequencies. It's the frequency of the midwife, rebirth, new beginnings. But it's also the frequency of the storm, all the elementals. And because we're moving into the year of the pure heart, the year of heart center, and where we will be dismantling what we thought was love and what we thought was heart-based relationships, and uncovering the truth about our hearts and about relationships. And which is, it's okay. There's no judgment. If we were living something that was not truthful, and we thought it was heart-centered, it was just an experience that brought us to where we are now. And we just finished that, and we are just going to begin a new journey now in this 2022 that will require us. By the end of the year, we will have experienced so many heart openings that will allow us to see each other at a different level as a community. And because this is what we're moving to, this is a frequency we're beginning with Kawoq. When you see the Kawoq reef, it has a lot of little circles. So Kawoq is also a very community type of frequency, a very communal, very Aquarian type of thing, because it's very powerful storm, but at the same time is the community, is the, all of us together, is the collective consciousness. Emosh is like the collective minds, all our ideas together is Emosh, but Kawoq is our collective consciousness. So that's why I love this frequency of Kawoq bringing in the new year, because it's just such a beautiful, pure beginning for us to jump in. And when I was trying to tap in and see what is it that I need to bring forth, they just keep bringing in the beautiful feeling of me being on this incredible, beautiful river that I went to just a few months ago, and what it takes to float in the water and allow the water to carry you. You need to be very still and listen to your breath. And remember, I don't know, I'm sure you had these experiences. The water comes in and covers your ears. You feel like you're going to drown, you're going to go down, but you don't. You just need to relax and breathe. And I usually, come into my heart center and tap into the heartbeat and allow the water to carry me. So I had this experience in this beautiful river a couple of months ago, and that's what's coming forth today when I say I'm going to come in and, see how everybody's doing and talk about Tercena Kawoq coming in and opening the new year. And that kept coming forth, and to just be in your heart, okay, and allow the heart to guide you. Allow the heart frequency to expand. Allow this stargate of the heart to open up infinitely, to hold on to the universe, meaning you don't hold on to anything, because if you can hold on to everything, if you allowed the universe to come into your heart and hold on to the universe with your heart. So surrender everything, okay? I just let your heart center to expand infinitely. And in that feeling of floating in these peaceful frequencies of the heart. And there's one thing I always tell my kids, my children, that, you think that my children will listen, but they really don't. So, but I just say, that doesn't stop me. So one of the things I used to tell them a lot is, if it's love, it doesn't hurt. If it hurts, it's not love, because love doesn't carry pain, suffering, it doesn't hurt. Then it's just this romanticizing thing. So those are the things that we're going to be uncovering. A lot of relationship, a lot of stuff about that we call love, and codependency, all these things that have to do with relationships and what we think is love, and heart attachments, and contracts that we have with the heart. And at a higher level, we are going to be expanding so that we can receive. There's going to be so many, I just keep seeing waves, really gigantic waves of light coming in, hitting right in the heart, so that the heart and mind can, start like a jump start, like really, really working. And this is in a collective level, and it's a realization so that we can wake up and open our eyes to the level that we can understand. So each of us are going to be receiving these massive waves of light to increase our quote of light in our physicality, so that we can wake up our heart more to the level that we are ready, of course, more with the memory again. And that started like late November, this thing with memory, which now I understand it is dismantling. It's dismantling a lot of memory stories and narratives. Like when I said, stop with the narrative. What narrative are you still running through? And what narrative, like the one that just fell apart a couple of weeks ago, was the narrative of health. Who is in charge of our health, and what is health, and all that narrative just fell apart a couple of weeks ago. So we are into a new wave now. No more about health. We are more into a control and power type of wave. But going back to the Tercena of Kawoq in 2022, I feel that there was a necessity to start dismantling memory, because memory was holding on to a lot of narratives. So coming into 2022, which is the year of the heart, the pure heart, we already clear a lot of the narratives that we were holding on to. Let me see. It feels like I want to say to please don't beat yourself down with resolutions. I know a lot of people with the new year, they start thinking about resolutions, and don't worry about that. Remember, time and space has changed so much the last 24 months. So it's not like the clock strikes midnight and now you have to start with the resolution. You can always pick up something in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks. Today is a good day because it's a Tercena of Kawoq. But Kawoq, it's going to be, it's a very fast frequency. So if you want to clear, like a detoxing in any kind of levels, body, frequencies, mental, any kind of detox. This Tercena also brings in a lot of the elementals with force, meaning fast, quick. Kawoq is fire. Kawoq is storm, lightning. It's very intense and fast. So what I feel is like it's going to come in and it's going to create many situations for us to reevaluate what is for the highest good. Okay, is this based on truth? Is this based on the truth of our heart? To reevaluate what is for the highest good. In comes, I feel the law of one is coming in very strong, because we are moving to a dismantling of the lower laws and the lower regulations and entities, businesses. So a higher law is coming into play, which is not a new law. It's an ancient law. It's cosmic law. It's the law of one. So the law of our elders. And so that's coming true. So what is for the highest good? Okay, what rings true to all of our hearts? Because it needs to ring true to you it doesn't need to be, you know, you can't, it's like somebody's playing this to me, so cute. This is the mouse, so I'm gonna create this mouse, I'm gonna invent this mouse. But when I invent this mouse, it's not like I am going to invent it just for me, to be useful for me. I have to take into consideration that I'm going to invent this mouse without harming anything and anyone. At the same time that I want to invent this mouse to create a tool for people. So a lot of community, a lot of collective consciousness comes into every decision of creating. Am I going to harm the environment? You know, so it's a lot of that's coming through with Kawoq and our collective consciousness. This Tercena again comes with very strong support of all the elementals and fast. So this could be also on a physical level, and it could be the way things work, you know, pretty much is in the ether, in the mental, in the emotional, and the spiritual level first, because it always takes a while to come through and show up in the physicality. Now, when I said showing up in the physicality, doesn't mean that we are just planted pots. So whatever you want to ground, you ground. Whatever you want to see in the physicality, you work for that to come in and anchor. That's when I said you anchor it, write it down, journal it, sing it, bring it forth, smell it. And I'm not talking about you know, your vision boards or anything like that. I'm talking very much about imagination, very much about bringing it forth in the anchoring it, writing it down, and being, that's coming through very strong, which is the heart center. This is the year where last year we had a lot of experiencing of bringing forth what is needed, what frequency is needed. And this year we're going to be moment by moment being those frequencies. Okay, so time might feel very strange for some, but it's because a lot of things are changing in our physicality. And this is very weird. I took a couple of weeks off, and I can feel, you know, not quite what it was a few years ago with the high pitch ear thingy. I can't explain it because there's no sound to it. There is these harmonics, this harmony coming through, sometimes to one ear, sometimes to both of the ears, but it's silence. So it's not a song, but I know it's coming. So I just stay and receive it. Coming through the back of the head, the neck, and the upper back has been very active. The spine has been very, very active. But I know that is the light coming through from central sun. It's been very, very active. So I just want you to make sure that you just relax. And they show me again, me in the water. Just relax and breathe. Or you can go a little crazy like me. I say, okay, bring it on. You know, receive it. Open your heart. Open your heart and just receive it. And with gratitude, and said, you know, yes, you know, what is my intention? My intention is, you know, when you receive this light, your intention is to receive it and, you know, work with it for the better good of you and your family, or you and the community, or you and the planet. But that's what I feel. I feel there's going to be a gigantic amount of light coming through, because the heart center is the biggest stargate in our bodies. So because it is the biggest stargate that we have, and many people don't have it activated yet, and some people are not quite, it's not quite open, and so people intentionally put walls around it. And you know, some of them are spinning like weird shapes, not a beautiful circle. Some of them are not balanced in the back and in the front. So I can see this is the year that massive amounts of light are going to come through to balance, open the heart center, so that we can begin communicating, understanding each other from the heart to heart. Okay, not with the mind. The mind creates too many distractions. And that's what I said, the memories that were dismantling in November, December. I was like, what is going on? I can't remember. I don't feel like I am I can feel letting go of astrology and numerology and things like that. I would just keep peeling off. But it wasn't that I was letting those things go. It was memories leaving, like events and things that were distorted. That's what it was, moving away. So that we have a more clear understanding of who we are and what we are and what we're here for. So those are also questions that will help you opening your heart center. Sit and ask, who are you? Okay. Is this ascension business, which is, if you don't want to listen to the ascension word, you can just say evolution. We are going to 3 years. We started last year. So we have like 2 more years or so, depending on which wave you are, of very rapid evolution. So you don't have to do anything. So don't worry about that. It's like, oh my God, was I supposed to purge this? Was I supposed to do that? We are all in a different levels of the journey, different states of the journey. And wherever you are perfectly fine. So don't worry about that. And like I said, I am here if you need help, if you just want to talk, or if you need support. I can make a little flower essences for you. I use them constantly. And whatever you need, don't worry, don't panic, because it's a heart opening year. We might feel like when we're trying to navigate these waters that sometimes are going to feel very cloudy, we're just making more splashes and we can't relax because we get scared. Remember when you are floating and you just let the face, they keep showing me that. So I'm happy I have this experience in this river, in which I just allow myself to float and breathe and come back to the heart center. So whatever the water is doing, just come back to the center and make sure that your breath is balanced, that is not in a fear frequency. It is in the balance now moment frequency, because the now moment is where you have everything you need. Whatever you need is always going to meet you at the now moment. Okay, so you want to be in the present, in the state of pure presence in your heart, whatever is happening. And like I said, also, if it's a painful experience, pain is a catalytic to a new awakening. So don't be afraid of pain. It's just an experience that is coming in very intense to open more layers of your heart, so that you can experience a bigger heart, a ratio of a much, 360 degrees stargate of your heart. Some people are like 10% degrees of your heart. So don't worry about that. Don't be scared. It is about the heart. It is about freedom. And we're beginning with Kawoq, which is the midwife, the storm. And it's very connected to the heart of the planet. That's how I'm feeling. The elementals are very present through this Tercena, and beginning the 2022, because it's going to require elemental support to hold the heart of the planet to move up with all of us. Okay, so just be present, pure presence in your heart. Okay, every now moment. So you can do baby steps, do baby steps. You don't have to plan ahead, 3 months, nothing. Baby steps. And if you need an appointment, again, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, you can send me a text and let me know what time you want to come in, and I can see you at the studio. I'll be back on Tuesday. I had taken a few, like I said, a couple of weeks off. That's why I'm like so relaxed and chill here. But I'm going to You know, like I said, I'm going to be more present. I'm going to be opening more hours at the studio because I got guidance that I might need to be there on Wednesdays as well. So just let me know if you want to see me and we can sit and chat. We can talk a little bit about what's going on in your life. And again, don't worry about 2022. It is the year of the pure heart. So everything that's going to go away is what you don't need. That's the only thing. Whatever you're going to need, the pure essence of your heart will be there intact. Okay? So what is true is always true. If it leaves, it's because you were done with it. It's you completed that cycle. So the pure heart is what this year is about. And the stargate of the heart, beginning with today, Kawoq, it's just so perfect. That's what I love. The Mayan calendar is just so perfect. That begins with Kawoq, Tercena, and these all the elementals storming the gates of the heart. Thank you so much for coming with an open heart and an open mind. Thank you for your likes, your comments, and your subscribes, and your shares. And I hope I see you soon, right? Remember, we are the angels. Divine blessings. Namaste.